Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoben.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, the weekly podcast devoted to all things spirituality and self-improvement. I'm so delighted you're here with me today. Today, I wanted to do a reading for you guys. If you follow me on TikTok at all or YouTube, you know that I usually go live and I do a reading each week. And so when I was asking the universe, what do people need to hear about this week? What do you want me to do a podcast episode about? What I heard was that they wanted me to pull some cards and to do a reading for you. Now, this is a reading for the general collective, so it may resonate with you. It may not. Some parts of it may resonate. Just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? This is whatever you need to get from this today. So what I was asking about was, what do people need to know? And the theme of the reading that is coming out today is that you need to take a risk and take a chance in life to put your dreams into action. You need to show up shaking, and you should not be afraid to ask others for help. I think one of the biggest problems that I've had in my life, one of the areas where I've always struggled, is in asking for help. And I know that's an issue for a lot of people. You know, we're too proud to ask for help, or we think if we ask for help, it makes us look weak or stupid. And that's not the case at all. So today, what the universe wants you to know is that sometimes we need help along the way when we're trying to reach our goals and when we want our dreams to come true. And so the universe wants you to know that it's perfectly okay to ask for help. They want you to ask for whatever you need and to know that the universe is going to provide for you. So let's get started with the reading for today. This is amazing. I'm very excited because what's coming out is that many of you are experiencing right now a huge area of growth. There's some part of you that is expanding really rapidly right now. And many of us are going through this, okay? We're shifting more from 3D to 5D. And as you learn and you shift and you grow, that can be uncomfortable, right? There are usually a lot of lessons underneath that we have to go through in order to learn and grow. And I know some of you are saying to yourself, I'm tired of the lessons. I've learned enough. I've grown enough. Yeah, I understand. I get it. I feel exactly the same way sometimes. But I want to talk to you today and give you some messages to hopefully give you more hope for your future and to help you on your journey with a little more ease and grace. So the first card that came out today and the first deck that I was using is an affirmations deck. And the very first card that came out is forgiveness. Some of you along your journey you're needing to forgive yourself. When we think about forgiveness, we often think about forgiving others who have wronged us. And while, yeah, that's an important thing because forgiveness is really about us. It's about letting go of the heavy emotions that unforgiveness causes. But for some of you, what I'm getting is that you need to forgive yourself for any mistakes you've made in your past. And I get it. I'm sitting here as someone who's completely flawed and who's made many mistakes. And we have to be willing to forgive ourselves. So this card says, I'm willing to forgive everyone, including myself. I forgive myself for any wrongdoings. I no longer judge or criticize myself. That's so important. That's the key. It's not just about forgiving yourself, but it's about being willing to not judge or criticize yourself anymore. I'm free to be who I am. Forgiveness is not something we do for others. It is something we do for ourselves to move on. It's a process, not a one-time event. It's a choice to move forward in love. Despite the past or the pain, don't stumble over something that is already behind you. Is there any bitterness or resentment left within you? Are you ready to release it now and allow the future to happen? So some of you need to forgive that past and let it go. And then we have learn and grow, which is not surprising because this has been a theme that I've been talking about all week, is that we need to learn from our past and to grow. And that involves learning the lesson, but leaving the pain behind. And again, growth can be very uncomfortable. It can be painful, but it's so necessary. It says, I accept my past as an important part of my present self. Your past is part of the richness and fullness of life. Without your past and all of the little mistakes, you wouldn't be here today. Lifelong learning is the key to personal and intellectual growth. Change a constant in life. Change is a constant in life, rather. Embrace it and see it as an opportunity for growth and new experiences. Some people fear change so much, but it's so important. I mean, we have to change. What have you achieved through this journey? Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Celebrating milestones along the way boosts your motivation and confidence. And then we have happiness, which is so important. Okay, one of the real true keys to growth in life is learning that happiness is an inside job and it's something we have to cultivate ourselves. I'm focused on being happy today. Happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person can make you happy unless you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. Pick a positive thought that you have. Allow the feeling to spread through your body. Feel the happiness it brings. It's so true. You have to find reasons to be happy every day. We can find reasons to be miserable. Everybody does that really easily, right? Like, oh, this happened to me and I spilled my coffee on the way to work and I'm so miserable. It's easy to find that. It's not as easy sometimes to find the happiness, but it's our job to look for it wherever we are. And then you have prosperity. Some of you, I believe in what I'm getting right now, is that a lot of this unhappiness stems from the idea that you don't have what you need. And I think that that goes back for many of us to our childhoods when we felt like we weren't safe or we didn't have our basic needs met. And the universe is saying, you're safe. It's okay to be prosperous. Like, we're going to bring in that prosperity for you. So tell yourself, I have prosperity in all areas of my life. Prosperity is being grateful for what you have while striving for what you want. It's finding joy in the journey, appreciating the blessings, and living a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Prosperity is not just achieving success, it's about maintaining success. It's cultivating the habits and the mindset that will help you continue to grow and thrive. What is one good habit that you could start to develop that would serve you well? And what I love are the habits that people often take for granted, which are things like naming one thing you're grateful for today. These are easy things we can do. And most of us, we don't think about it. But if we just started our day with a little gratitude, we looked around and found one thing that we were really, really happy about in that moment, it would start to spread. It's like kindness, it's like confetti. You spread that around and then it grows and it just gets bigger and it becomes a ripple effect. Do that with prosperity in your life. The next card we have coming out is dreams. And the big message that I've had coming in this week is some of you, your dreams are going to start coming in for you. You're manifesting them and they're coming in a way that isn't exactly how you prayed for. And here's the thing. When we ask for something a certain way, if we say like, I want it to come on Sunday at 8 a.m., it should look like this, we're putting limits on the universe and the universe is limitless. So let go of how you thought things should turn out or how things should come in. And instead, trust in the universe and trust that the universe is bringing it for you. Okay. If you ask for it, you're getting it, but be open to how that shows up. And so we have, I believe in myself and follow my dreams. What you want does exist. Don't settle until you get it. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. You attract what you are ready for. If you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. Dreams won't work unless you do. What is one thing you have dreamed of doing, having, or being? And what is one step that you can take in that direction? And this is one thing that I want to reiterate, and I've said this before, but when you have a goal, a dream, something in mind, you don't have to have all of the answers right away. You don't have to know what the next step is going to be. You don't have to have it all lined up in front of you. All you have to do is take action. You have to have faith and trust that if the universe puts this idea, this thought in your head and in your heart, that the universe will provide the steps. Sometimes we have to disconnect and go within in order to listen to our intuition and listen to the guidance that we're receiving because the world is so chaotic, especially right now. It's so chaotic. And this jumbled mess of energy that's around us can cause us to sometimes be distracted. You might need to take some time to go within and to meditate, to really focus on, okay, I know what I want. I don't know how to get there. What's the next best step that I can take? And trust that the universe will guide your steps. The last card from this deck is courage. This is so important because when we allow fear to come in and take over, we rob ourselves of that courage, right? We rob ourselves of the opportunities that we could have had and things we could have done. How many things have you let walk out your life because you were too afraid to take that first step? Your dreams are going to require you to have courage, and you're going to have to reach deep within to summon that courage, but you can do it. Tell yourself every day, I am brave and fearless. Listen, whenever something makes me afraid, I know it's something I have to do. When I have something weighing on my heart, for one thing, when I wanted to start a podcast, I was really afraid to do it. I was intimidated and I didn't like hearing the sound of my own voice. I didn't like playing it back to listen to it to see what I sounded like. And I was really afraid that this was putting myself out there. I'm going to be vulnerable and out there to people I don't even know. But worst of all, I'm being vulnerable to people I do know because people that I know listen to this podcast. And at the time I didn't know it because, the first few episodes I had 10 listeners and they were not anyone that I do. But now I have people who come up to me and tell me that they listen to the podcast, and it's people I would not have known listen to it. And it's an honor, but also it's incredibly intimidating. And it made me afraid at first. When something causes fear, I know that's an area for me. That's where I need to grow. And that's the direction that I need to go in. So allow yourself to experience this courage. Okay. Tell yourself, I am brave and fearless. Courage is when you are ready to let go of the familiar and the willingness to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. It's about facing the fear of the unknown and the uncertainty that comes with it, taking action to move forward despite the discomfort. Where you have discomfort, that is where you will find the most growth, the most joy. To me, that's what brings me the most satisfaction is going through something that's uncomfortable, getting through it and getting to the other side and saying, that didn't kill me. Look, it made me stronger. Look at me. I am so proud of myself. And you can do it too. Find something today that is out of your comfort zone. Make that call. Complete something you started. Plan that trip. Talk to a stranger. Tell someone you love them. Oh my goodness, being vulnerable, right? That's where it's at. That is where the most growth is. And that is what causes most of us panic, right? I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to talk to a stranger. Do what makes you uncomfortable because that again is where you're going to find your growth. That's where you're going to find the sweet spot in life or all those times when you had to take a risk. So I pulled a few cards next from the messages from the Mermaids deck. And what I got was ask for help. And with this, it's funny because I got asked for help and then it's almost like I heard them laughing at me like, yeah, this is for you specifically. You need help doing this. And I do. I hate asking for help. But just the other day, I found myself going, okay, universe, I don't have any clue what I'm doing. I have things breaking down in my home and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. I need help. And then I got the idea, like, call so and so. And I did. And that person was like, oh, yeah, I can call this person for you and they can come out and look at what you need looked at. we never know how people sometimes want to show up. They want to show up and help. And yet we're too afraid to ask. Our pride gets in the way. And the thing is, for some people, you're part of their karma, their lesson. Like they're here to help serve others. And when you don't let them, we're robbing them of their life purpose. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. And we also have to turn away. And this card is all about, there's something that isn't serving you, but you keep doing it over and over again. And this is part of what's keeping you from your purpose and your path, is because you're not willing to let go of what you know you need to let go of. For many of you, it's limiting beliefs. For some of you, it's bad habits, but you're doing something. Maybe it's procrastinating. I don't know, but you're doing something over and over again. And then you're like, why isn't this thing coming in? And the universe is like, because we keep giving you hints that you need to let go of this thing that's not serving you, and you're doing it anyway. You're not letting it go. So it's time to let it go. And you have friendships. So it's time to also rely on your friendships, because those people are in your life for a reason. And most people, as I said, want to help. So it's time to allow your friends to step in and help. And it's time for you to call in your tribe. Sometimes we evolve out of relationships because they no longer serve us. Maybe they served us at the time, but then we learn and grow and we think, you know what? These people no longer fit who I am or my goals or I think my ideology or who I am as a person. And that's okay. It's painful. It's painful to outgrow people. It really is. But it happens. So sometimes it's important to look around and say, okay, is this for my benefit? Is being around these people, is it helping me or is it draining me? Some people are energy vampires. And unfortunately, when you're a light worker, you are the light, you're an empath, people are drawn to you and they just drain that energy right from you. So protect your energy and let go of things that are no longer serving you. And then I pulled some cards now from Angela Rose's deck. And I love what came out because the first one is show up shaking. All of these are from different decks, and yet we're pulling the same cards, which you can't deny is the universe showing up and like knocking you on the forehead and saying, hey, are you listening? I'm trying to give you this message. And you're sitting there going, where's my sign? And the universe is holding up a huge sign. And you're like, okay, but where's my sign? Here's your sign. Show up shaking. You will never feel 100% ready. Anxiety is just excitement in disguise. Know that you have everything you need within you to rock it right now. I just did a reading this past week on TikTok. So if you don't follow me, go follow me there. Go watch this reading because it is definitely for some of you. Some of you are calling in a new opportunity in your career, and it's going to call for you to lose the fear and to show up shaking. And for some of you, I got the message that you don't feel like you have what you need in order to do this, like you don't feel qualified. And what I got is that is total BS. And that is just fear telling you that you don't have enough and you don't have what it takes. But this is double confirmation. The universe is saying that you know that you have everything you need within you and to rock it right now. So just show up. Show up even if you're shaky. Take imperfect action. What is one thing you've been wanting to do? Take one step in that direction. And there's a mantra that goes with this card, which is, I have everything I need within me now. So show up shaking because it's worth it. And the next one you have too is wild you. Some of you are just crying to be able to let your hair down and just be who you are and be your authentic self, but you're worried. You're so worried about what everybody else is going to think. Are you wanting to express yourself, throw down your hair, move your body? There's within us all an inner wise and feminine leader waiting to unleash herself. How did you express yourself as a child? Connect back to your inner wise, feminine, intuitive self. Yeah, that's one thing. And this is one thing that I do sometimes when I feel like life can be stifling sometimes and you feel stuck. I just think about what would my inner child want right now? What would she want to do? And for the most part, it's like, have fun, right? So disconnect from this world sometimes and go have fun because sometimes that's all we want and that's what we need. How would it feel to express yourself? What do you do that feels free and soulful? And can you do this today? And the mantra that goes with this card is, it is safe to express myself. It is. You need to express yourself. The next card you have is Mother Earth. We all want to feel nurtured and wise, like a loving mother nurturing her child, providing guidance and a gentle, loving touch. You don't need an outside source to feel this way. You were divinely made with this Mother Earth bond, wisdom, and imprint within you. So it's time for you to reconnect to Mother Earth. Okay, I know a lot of people are like, oh, this woo-woo stuff, right? Like, but seriously, go out in nature, take your shoes off and go put your feet in the grass. When I was a kid, I ran around for hours not wearing any shoes. And I don't know how I did that because as an adult, I'm always like, I would step on a rock or something and cut my foot. But as a kid, I did not care. I would run in the grass, I would run on the blacktop. I would come home at night and my feet would just be filthy. And I would have to wash my feet before I could even go inside because they were so dirty. But I loved it. And you are more connected to the earth. It's called earthing or grounding when you do that. So just take off your shoes and plant your feet in the grass. It's warm enough right now, especially, I don't know if you're in a place where it is, but in the Midwest, we're having like summer part 2. We had the fake fall and then now summer part 2 is here and it's in the 90s, but it's warm enough to be able to go out, take your shoes off and just put your feet in the grass and just feel what it feels like on your feet. Take a walk in nature. Just be present. Know that you're fully supported. And if it's appropriate, yeah, this card even says it, take off your shoes and do some grounding. The mantra is, I have everything I need within me now. I'm fully supported, loved, and wise. I see people all the time on social media who say, I'm doing this, but I don't know what I'm doing. So it's taking a while. Do you know how many people have no clue what they're doing? We just move forward. We just do it. I have not know what I'm doing most of the time. And people who know me really well will be like, yeah, it's pretty obvious. We can tell. You don't know what you're doing. But most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing when I get started with something. And I just figure, you know what? I'll figure it out. Everything's figure outable. I think Marie Forleo, I think that's her name. She says that, right? Everything's figure outable. Well, it is. You don't have to have all of the answers all at once. You don't have to jump the whole staircase all at once. It's one step at a time. So know that you have everything you need and the answers will come. Next card you have is receive. Sometimes we are bad receivers. And what I mean by that is we love giving to other people, but we don't feel comfortable receiving ourselves. And we want all of these things, right? We're like, I want happiness, I want love, I want abundance, I want all of these things. But yet we're not able to receive it because we feel guilty if we get something for nothing. You know, people say, oh, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's such a thing as a free lunch. Sometimes someone says, I want to buy your lunch. Sometimes things come into you and you have no idea why, but it just happens because the universe is abundant and infinite and can do so many amazing things. We just have to be open to receiving it. Are you able to receive compliments, money, or support? If we are only giving without receiving, we become resentful. Today, I receive with an open heart. Receiving is not greedy or selfish. It is part of stepping into our divine feminine energy. I would love to challenge you just to, for the next few days, say out loud to the universe, I mean it, universe, I am open to receiving the blessings that you want to show me. I'm open to receiving the blessings that you want to show me to prove that this life is amazing. I'm open to receiving it. And just see what happens. Pay attention to how you receive today. Receive with an open and gracious heart. And when you notice something coming in, like let's say that tomorrow, you start your morning and you say, Universe, I'm open to receiving the blessings that you want to bestow on me today. And then you go to stop by Starbucks or wherever your scooters, wherever you get your coffee on the way to work. And the person in front of you has paid for your cup of coffee. Show the universe some gratitude. Oh, wow. Thank you, universe, for showing me this blessing. Thank you for this blessing that you have bestowed on me. Thank you for showing me how awesome life can be. Keep doing that and see what happens. The mantra that goes with this card is, I am open to receiving abundance. Be open to it because the universe wants to shower you with abundance all the time. We just have to be open to receiving it. And the last card that came out today is Soul Yes. This keeps coming out because I feel like so many of us, we rob ourselves of our own joy because we make ourselves do things we don't want to do. And this can be social events, taking on jobs and responsibilities we don't want to do. I mean, it's great to help others, but if there are things that you really don't want to do, don't do it. You'll never regret being true to you. You'll never regret doing what you want to do because when you go and you have to do all of these things you signed up for that you really didn't want to do, you're resentful. And that just makes you miserable. It makes you bitter and it just lowers your vibration. So yes, when we say yes to everything, we run ourselves empty. When you say yes to something, make it a soul yes. Begin to develop a practice of saying yes to the life that feels amazing to you. You will begin to build up confidence and self-empowerment. This means you will also need to say more no's to things that are no longer aligned with you. Let go of the guilt and say no when it feels like a no. No is a complete sentence. Just look at yourself in the mirror and practice saying no. You don't have to have an excuse. I always used to think, okay, if I say no, I have to come up with an excuse that sounds plausible so that they'll believe me and they won't get their feelings hurt. No is a complete sentence. Or, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I would love to, but I can't. No is a complete sentence, though. You don't need an excuse behind it. Let go of the guilt and say no when it feels like a no. No is a complete sentence. The mantra that goes with this card is, I have boundaries and only say yes when it feels like a soul yes. You are so worthy and deserving of all the things that you want to manifest, and they're coming to you. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't allow fear to come in and tell you that this is impossible or something bad is going to happen. Let all of that go. Have faith and trust in the universe and know that if it's on your heart, the universe is going to help you get there. You don't have to know everything right now. You don't have to have all the steps ordered. Just know that you're trusting in the universe and you're going to take that first step. See where it goes from there. You are so deeply loved. The universe loves you immensely and wants you to be blessed with beautiful things. And I also do too. I'm sending you so much love and light. And I hope you have an amazing week and look for the blessings that come in because the universe is infinite. There is no limit on the universe. And if the universe wants to bring it to you, the universe can bring it to you. So work on yourself, on letting go of what isn't serving you, on building up your self-confidence. If you need to work on that, I have my 10-day intensive self-love course. It's on my website. It's $14.99 right now. It's on sale and it's yours to keep forever. It's a combination of video lessons and also writings to help you break through that low self-esteem, the being the human doormat, right? The people pleaser. It's to help you let go of that and to start focusing on yourself and on putting yourself first, loving yourself because you deserve the best and the universe wants to bring it to you. So go check that out. It's on my website at melissaoatman.com. You can also book a reading with me. I do private readings, half-hour, hour sessions. I do coaching sessions if there are things you want to work through. I also offer healing sessions. All of that's available on my website. You can also purchase my book, Beautifully Broken, and Beautiful Mourning, The Guide to Life After Loss. Those are available on Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, Goodreads, and also audiobooks.com and Spotify. So go check all of that out. I hope you guys have an amazing week. If you like this podcast, please leave a review from wherever you're listening. That is the best compliment you can pay me. And also sharing this podcast with those you think might need it. I just appreciate you so much. I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. Have an amazing week that's filled with so many blessings, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day.